Good morning and happy Friday. Here we are for those of you celebrating Easter, this is Good Friday, and a most holy day. This is a time of reflection and also of thanksgiving for the Savior who sacrificed his life and the many others in that time. I just wanted to take a brief moment here to give my opinion on this, um, to remind you that we are almost reliving those same times. Jesus was crucified not because of you, not because of me, but because he was a rebellious sort. He was pointing out the lack of love and the overuse of power and ego that was residing within the church authorities at that time, the synagogues and the temples, and the political figures that were using the fear of God to power and govern their people. He even stated that they had so many laws and rules in place that no one could follow them, and they knew that. And he was pointing this out to the people, and he was brave enough to go forward and confront and protest those in charge, which was not tolerated. We see that today for those that are stepping up and have a voice against the governments, um, especially south of the border and around the world, where they are silenced because of these words. Remember, Jesus had two commandments. He said you only need two, to love God and then to love your neighbor as yourself. All other laws will fall into place. This is all you need to live from a place of love. When you live from a place of fear, that's when hatred, anger, you have jealousy, and you have the need to control comes forward. So live from that place of love, regardless of your faith base, and take time to reflect upon that. All right, so today, from my place of love, I've asked Spirit to work through me to give you a message. And we will draw three cards like we normally do. You choose whether you want card number 1, 2, or 3. And then at the end, I will channel the message for that card. But don't go away because I put all three cards together for a message of the day. Are you ready? I always just, before you come on air, or before I go on air, I just say a little prayer asking for guidance and that the messages be for the higher good of all. And you may just want to say, I'm open to receive these messages. They always come from a place of love, not judgment or comparison, strictly from love. Card number 1. And I stop when I feel that's the card we need. Now, card number 2. Card number 3. Oops, almost showed you the card. All right, so we'll go through those again. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. All right, so those of you choosing card number 1, to let my kitty cat out. Just one moment. There you go. Pets and kids, right? They never want to do anything till you're in the middle of something. Okay, let's look at card number 1, shall we? It is the Maiden, and she's saying confusion. Those of you who chose card number 1, I feel especially over the weekend, it's going to be a rush around kind of time for some of you. You're going to be trying to decide on where to go, what to do, who to see, all that sort of thing, which is not uncommon for a lot of people during a holiday, regardless of whether it's in your religious traditions that you do or just getting together with family. But it's just saying that there's going to be some confusion. But it's just to take that breath, choose where your heart guides you. Do that for this weekend. Now, as for the whole week, I feel as though there is going to be some disruptions. They're not, disruptions don't necessarily mean negative things. It's just, especially for those of you who chose that card that like things to be organized and planned, not going to be this week. You're going to be working, riding out the last energy of the full moon, which was just the last couple of days. But it's also spreading out there. Remember, it's the full moon brings with it the closing of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. And when that happens, there quite often is confusion. It's a disruption in your routine, but that disruption has to come in order to create the new things that you desire. So don't look at the confusion, the disruption as a negative thing. It is what's necessary for you to go through in order to bring in those new things that you want. And we'll come back to that in a minute, because that's the first card we drew. So that's going to be for all of us at the end of this. Card number 2 is the Mother, and it is the Wealth card. Oh, you might go, ooh, I'm going to win the lottery. Well, for some of you, there is going to be a relief for some financial burdens that you've had, that you've been pondering over. How am I going to get through this? Where's the money going to come from? And isn't that the way it is, like going through life? I know it. And but it's, again, you're being reminded to just focus on what the outcome is and take away your worry from how things will come about, and just allow it to happen. Everything is going to be okay. You're worrying about the money aspect is what's actually stopping you from allowing the solutions to come in. Wealth is also a card that tells us that there are more things in life than just monetary that bring us wealth. So there are going to be some of you that are looking for that emotional wealth, that security of friends and family, and meanwhile you're focused on the money, when actually the satisfaction will come from the people in your life that will give you that support. And I don't mean give you money. I mean, it's that emotional support that makes you feel, I am rich. I have all these people in my life. And for some of you, good for you that are getting your taxes done this week, that is where that comes into play as well. There's going to be some rebates there. Not huge, but you do get something. All right, so card number 3 is the Maiden again, and this time she's Laughter. Well, that's a good card to get, isn't it? It's time for you. I feel that there's some of you that have been going through maybe a little darkness, a little heaviness in your life, and you're being reminded to not everything has to be serious. Even if you have some difficult times emotionally or financially in your life, it's good to just step back, take that breath, see the humor in things, allow yourself to laugh. It doesn't mean you're any less a person because of that. A lot of times people, there may be some people that feel, especially around, say, a death of a loved one, they're not allowed to laugh. Wrong. Especially if you're honoring that person. Maybe there's some moments that you shared with them in your life that when you think of them, they make you happy and they make you laugh. You're actually honoring them by allowing yourself to feel that joy, to feel that laughter, to remember that and bring that into your life. Laughter is wonderful. I feel that some of you that chose this card too, it's a reminder to be childlike. Don't be afraid to be a bit goofy. Don't be afraid to tell a joke. Don't be afraid to play with the children that you may be around. Go on that Easter egg hunt or whatever it is, but to allow yourself to just be in the moment and to laugh. It's the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine after all. Okay, so what do we get? We put all 3 together. Well, remember our first card was confusion. Quite a way to start out things. So again, that's kind of the center of this next week, is things are disrupted a bit. Well, They always are when there's a long weekend, whether you go anywhere or you don't. It's different, it's a change, it's a disruption to your week. But remember that especially difficult for those people who like to have everything organized, that the confusion is necessary in order for change. And in this case, it's a reminder of wealth. And I'm getting, since we have laughter in here as well, that the wealth card in this case for all of us is a reminder that the wealth is from that involvement with community, that involvement with family and friends, to take those times when we come together, even in the middle of that confusion, in that middle of that something out of the ordinary, to find the fun, to find the time to laugh, to look around and even at yourself. Like, it'd be okay with that. Don't be judgmental, don't be comparative, just enjoy life. And that can be in the simplest of things, because just having your breath, just being here today, just being able to contribute some way to family or community, to be able to just go outside and take in the breath and to laugh and to smile. I'm wishing you all a very happy Easter weekend, however you spend that, whether it's alone, with family, friends, whether you go to a place of worship. But remember, as I said, if you worship and honor Jesus's work here on this world, remember he told us there are only 2 commandments: to love God and to love others as ourselves. Do that, and you will find joy and happiness in your life. Namaste.